Oh. Hello, everyone. This is Steve from True Market Finance. Now, we are going to get set up here and go into our charts here. Now, today we're going to go over the stock of Amazon. Been noticing that it is looking like it's going to do an uptrend here. If we pull out here to the weekly, we're in this channel, and it is coming down to the bottom part of it. It's already touched here a couple times. I believe what it's going to do is round out here. As we pull back into the daily, we can see it's starting to do this here. It's come to the bottom, done a retest, come down. It's now doing another little leveling out here and doing a retest. And as we're looking at these charts, guys, I like the Fibonacci charts, candlesticks, just because it takes out all that noise that's in there. And that's why sometimes I'll bounce back and forth here to bar charts as well. They're quite handy as well. It just, as you can see, look at, it's just so much more noise in there. Or if you come back out here to the Fibonacci, it just cleans it right up. Nice. And gives us a actual direction, as it did in this little downward channel here. You come up to the top, bounce back to the bottom, bounce to the top, bounce back to the bottom, sideways for a little bit, come up a little bit, down, just kind of stayed within that. So it came back up to the top of this channel. You know, it would have been a good short right there. I missed out on that one as well, everyone. But hey, you know, sometimes if we don't put a trade in, then we also don't lose money too. But yeah, you always look at those and go, oh, crap, you know, would have been nice. It's top of the channel here. Good opportunity that's going to go bad. Down, then we got a red candle the next day. We could have put a limit to sell right underneath that wick. And also too, with the Fibonacci, when you get a full bar like this with no wicks on this side, is a good downtrend. This one here had a small wick, so we could have even waited to get this one next bar candlestick that gave us no wick on this side, which gave us a bullish downtrend. And then we could have put our stop in our limit here, and then we got just the rest of the way all the way down. And what I like doing is just following behind it like this, but stop there, or what you can do to be conservative, once we broke this bar, then just move your stop that we would have had up here. We would just moved it down to break even, and with it being broke, nice language I've got going on today. When it break even there, then we have no stress, no worries. If it pulls back all up in our way, it sells out and we haven't lost a dime. So, you know, that's why I like doing that. And you can let it just run itself out. Or what I'll also do too sometimes is just follow down. You know, or you get left the stop up here, break even, and just wait until you get to the bottom of the channel. But if you want to be, you know, super safe, just follow down. Follow. And then what you can do once these little guys start getting in here, see we have nice bars coming down. But we can also, you know, go there and go here. And then, you know, when this one jumped up next day, it was triggered us out, and we've got the whole shooting bang. Sometimes we'll get little dojis in here. So sometimes I'll follow behind the following day. If that that bar ends up being a doji or something, where it means you got candlestick on both sides, or a little tail on both sides. I could show you like these guys here. Then sometimes I'll just leave it. Like I would, if I was moving a stop up here, I would put a stop here and then waited till I got another one of these bars that was full. Then I just move it up behind it, and then we would get treated. Because sometimes what these little guys will do will just go sideways, and then we'll continue up. Depends on also too where we are on the chart too. See, these guys were here, and we're getting kind of close to the top of this, so you know that it could turn on us here, or continue up to the top of this channel, which it did, and then it turned on us, and we could have got on the way up down. So then on this side we could do so then when it bounced off here, what we did was we got a little bit of retest. So we come back up here to the top here. Now I believe we're just retesting. So if we go out here to the 4 hour, this 4 hour, and I believe we're going to get in here to get this thing happening here soon. So come up here, come back down here, retested, and then and now we're gonna, I think, take off here. As you see, you know, this is my, I think I just usually put one in trading view so that I can kind of see what, just follow it a little easier with the stop the way I want them and things like that, because I don't trade off of here. I trade off my other platform. But, you know, it's nice to have it on the chart so you can actually see what position you're in. So as you can see, guys, I'm right here. I bought in today, and I have my stop right here. Now at the end of the day, because this is a 4 hour chart, I'll go back to the day. So my stop is at the bottom of these long candlesticks. Now, if all of a sudden this decides to take off and does what I think it's going to do, then I'll just take this stop and I'll move it right up to break even up here. And then I just let that ride. And then I'll see how strong the bars are and then go from there. But I believe that we're going to go all the way back up to the top of this channel here, which is maybe 124, or we could come up here and, you know, you could even watch 119 area. So I think we're going to have a good little jump there, guys. It's just waiting for it. Another conservative one, if we go to here, it could come up here and retest at around 106, 105, 106 area. So watch that spot too. When it comes up, it may turn on us as well in that spot as well, because we got a trending line here. See, it comes all the way down. So I don't like usually trading in the 4 hour, but I like to see what's going on here. So this one is giving us a nice line that brings it right down. And as you can see, we got a resistance spot right here at 108. So if we just come down here, which I think it's going to come up in around this area here, because it's going to come back up here. So we're like 104.50 to 105, that you really want to, be careful with, and for maybe to turn around. So that's with that. See this with a month, leave it even. You get a nice trend down, and I believe it's going to move up. Now, a lot of times as well, I will go into investing.com. It's another really good platform that can't kind of access my here we are, investing.com. So we can go in here to investing.com a lot of times. And let me check here. Oh, I got Amazon in here. This one's what I'm really watching a lot too, guys, is ICE. It has been doing really good in the chart. Actually, I'll pull it up right now. Oops, I guess I can pull up like this. Look at this chart. It has been climbing for seems like forever. Getting close to the peak here, but we broke it through almost resistance. There's a spot back here. We had a spot. So you might, mix up there a little bit, but yeah, it's doing really well. So I don't see Amazon on my little list here. So let's add that to Amazon here. So there we go. So what we can do with Amazon now, then we click on technical. Oh, that's why I wanted to keep in like a height. Because at the bottom of the channel is taken off. I want to keep in a good tight stop as well, like I did on the chart there. See back here. Then we'll go back there in a sec. But because on the hourly, it's just broke out this strong buy, and the rest are all in strong sells. But I really believe it's going to take up. But this is handy sometimes just to confirm your stuff. Like we got real estate, technicals, all strong buys. NVIDIA's strong buy. Russell, Dow and SP and the Qs. And just makes it super easy to kind of go through and go, I bought Best Buy today. That was a good stock. Went in and bought that. Adobe I've been watching a little bit in Lowe's, but that's a good buy too. Maybe look over that chart a little more. You can look at that in a sec. Archer Daniels has been always doing really, really well too. I keep an eye on it. I have AMD. Oil looks like it's going to drop for a little bit, but I think it's still going to come back by the end of the year. Bank of America's always good buy on that. And this ICE, which is really good. So I like doing that. A lot of times, guys, what I'll do is I'll go in here to indexes, and I put all my indexes in here. So I can do the same thing with it. I can go in here to technicals. Then what I can do is go and find some of the sectors that are really strong. Like, see, we got the Dow Jones strong. We get materials, industrials, which sold my position today on the industrials. Healthcare, it was riding there for a while. The industrials, healthcare has been good, strong for a while. Oil, energy, consumer staples, that one hit too. And I threw some of these Australian and Korean, European, and then just kind of watching Bitcoin and Ethereum on here. I really like Bitcoin itself. By owning Bitcoin itself, I have a few, like I call them shit coins, because it's kind of what they are. They're just coins that these guys make up, and they all have CEOs. And if they one day want to become corrupt or go feeding off themselves, they can do that. Bitcoin has no CEO. Nobody from the government can go to Bitcoin and go, hey, we want to see your financial stuff. We want to, shut you down. We want to, pull this person's. They can't, because it doesn't belong to anybody. There's nobody they could pay off or anything else to access or change the code or benefit themselves. So that's why I like Bitcoin. It's completely neutral from anywhere. But with Bitcoin, guys, always, as you've seen with the FTX situation, always never keep your money in a wallet on an exchange ever. And if you have, like myself, I trade under Binance. I have a few little, like, if just a little bit of money in there that I can afford to lose. So I have that in there, and but I never keep it too big. So it's like kind of like having your, how much money would you keep in your pocket kind of thing, and or how much money would you possibly want to lose. Don't keep a whole lot of money there. So, like you would in your normal finances, you would keep it in a bank. Well, I don't really trust a whole lot of banks either. So that's why I keep a lot of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin, you want to take it off the exchange, put it on a cold wallet, like a Trezor, a Cold Card, or any of these cold cards that takes it right off the internet completely, so that nobody can access your keys, and only you. Make it secure, guys. Keep it. We all work hard for our cash, and the last thing we need is somebody coming in and stealing it. So make sure you protect yourself on that. So that's the chart for Amazon. I can show you guys what I'm talking about here. I believe I have ice in here. Here's XLI. It's been doing good. XLF, it's breaking out. This is one I picked up the other day. Walgreens boots. It really making me happy as well. I'm kind of holding off on it, but then it broke out here, and I wish I had got it back here when it broke out. We've come up to a little resistance, so I believe it's just going to go sideways here a bit, and then we're going to break up here. And like all mine, I'll just follow it up. I'll put my stop up here to break even, and once it clears it, and then away we go. CRM was when we were kind of looking at today. It looks like it could start breaking out. I was kind of surprised. I sold out of my Chinese stuff the other day, and I was kind of surprised that this morning I saw it was up. And China's not really doing the greatest there still. So I'm not seeing. Facebook's another one I've been watching. I think we're gonna pull back here. So let's pop out to a 4-hour since half the day's gone. I can't believe it's going to come down here a little bit. It's going to now start feeding up itself as well. A striker. I'll watch a striker for a bit too. No. So I'm not seeing. Here's Best Buy, guys. I bought that today. Look at that puppy. That's gonna do. Looks beautiful, that shirt. Oh, I haven't looked at Snowfall. No, that's not doing anything for me. XRP, oil and gas. See, we're doing a little pullback on oil and gas. We might come down here and then maybe pop back up again. Hard to say. I'm not seeing. I have another list here, blue one. There it is. Ice. Look at this thing. It's just beautiful. We got a double bottom on our chart here. We got a double bottom. We got a channel here, broke out of the channel. And I believe if you buy in, you could ride it all the way up to the top of this at 112. And then you could sell out there, or just move your stop up behind it here and take it the rest of the way till it stops you out. Like I was showing you earlier, where you just follow these like this. If you buy here, and then you just follow that, the end of the night, this was the candlestick you bought in on, then you just put your stop here. And the next day when this candlestick forms, you move stop here. Then you move stop up here. Then you move stop up here. And then hopefully this wouldn't kick you out. But if it did, you could buy back in again when you get a candlestick like this. Or if it doesn't stop you out, you just leave it here. You can even do that if you want to, guys. Just leave a little bit underneath it. Then maybe you wouldn't get stopped out there. Then you just wait for those candlesticks, those dojis to finish. And then once you get a solid one here, leave it. That next day, when that one formed, like today, then you just move your stop up to here, move stop up here, and just keep following all that. I find it, maybe some people might think that's crazy, but I don't know. I find it's kind of a conservative way of doing it, and you usually get a full rally on it. I could have, done it here and just followed all the way down till we got down in here. Might have got kicked out here. Just wait for this pullback, did what it did, and buy here, short again, and you would have got all the way down to here. So simple. That's what I like. It's just mostly what you want is to figure out your trend. So our trend here, as you can see, we had double bottom. So you're not likely going to go continue down. You've formed a bottom here twice. So it's going to move itself up. So our trend is now up. If you want to make it even better, what you can do is go like this, which I do quite often as well. So you can then go into, it's called parallel channel. So you take here and you snap on here, and you run under there. Take this all the way up to the top. And then come back here to daily. You kind of see what's happening here a bit. So when we get up to the top of this, we could go sideways and up and then up, and just follow that. Or you can take it and move it. I can take this right back out of here. Go on a monthly. See if it's done here. Yes, it has. Sweet. We take this. Run this up here. Then come back to the daily. And there you go, guys. A lot of times I use the month one, just because one big candlestick, and it's sometimes a little easier to put that on there. So here we are. Look at it, right on the 50% mark on that channel. It's just shooting right across along it. So now now we know, exactly, if you want to put a take profit right up here at 111.75 or 111, and take profit there. That's also on a resistance line right there. You can see it kind of lightly behind there as well. Maybe I can bring it up a little closer. See it there? The resistance, as well as we're coming into top of the channel out there. So you can take profit there. Wait to see what it does at the top of this here, whether circles back down, comes back down, or whether it breaks through and heads up probably to this next resistance area. So that's kind of what I wanted to go over, guys. We could do the same thing, I guess, with Amazon. I think we had Amazon over here, right? Yeah, Amazon. Go here the month. Okay, we haven't created a month yet. Let's see what we got going on in a week. Yeah. See how this looks. Look at that. Look at that. Now let's go back here. It's 4 hours. Look at this, guys. Here's what I'm talking about. We got Amazon here. We got a doji on 4 hour. So we're pulling up. We also got a long signal coming in here. That doesn't, prove anything, but we've kind of in an uptrend here. We are pulling out here, and then you can wait, finish these dojis if you guys want, be conservative. Wait for these dojis to form a full candlestick like this one. Except this one hasn't got, wait for it to even have a wick. Well, like probably a wick. It's just in that line right now. It's probably, but it's a full bar, kind of like this one going down, except the wick will be on this side instead of down, to give you an indication that it's ready to go and it's got lots of power to head up. And with that, then you can put a stop limit, a buy limit above it, and then you stop down here, and away you go. Or we can go up here to daily. We got doji. Looks like we're getting near the end of the day. So it looks like this doji is going to form, which, as you can see, maybe pull up here bigger. It's going to be inside bar of this one, doji. So my guess, Monday or Tuesday, you're going to start getting into one of these candlesticks here that'll take it higher, and then off to the races we go. But I'm predicting that's going to do that sooner than later, and then ride away up to here. What was it? 104 area. See. Right up in here. Yeah, I believe it'll come all the way up to this spot here eventually. So that's Amazon. That is what I'm kind of looking at. I'm really liking this. It bounced off here each time it hit here. Came up. It's pulling back for a little I think, and then it's going to head back to the north up here again. That's my feeling to the end of the year, and my bet is on there with my money. So I have a position. I have some positions on that stock as we speak, my friends. So that is it. I always like to end our our little gathering today, I always like to end it with some personal finance. So um, I usually bring in a lot of um, we're asking you guys all the time, one, don't use credit cards for anything. Nowadays with debit Visa, you can, the convenience of a Visa card uh, can be done right with your bank card. And if you don't have the money in your bank, you're not borrowing. And if you're not borrowing, you're not paying Visa 20% interest. Um, and that stuff can sneak up on you super fast and can eat away all of your profits. So don't don't put yourself in that spot. Make sure you are drawing up a budget, putting in all your expenses, all your income, so that you can make sure that you're living under your means. You want to have at least 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund. If you're buying a home or renting, you don't want any more than a quarter of your take home pay. You want to try and stay within that. So you're not, you know, just so many things in life can happen, guys, that if you don't have that little emergency fund or something, then you're gonna have to dig into a Visa card or and you just don't want to put yourself in that spot. So with the debt that you have now, just take baby steps. We didn't get in debt overnight. Don't expect to get out of debt overnight. But with the budget, kind of helps you see some places where you can like get rid of some expenses, like memberships. Like if we're got all these memberships and we're not using them, get rid of them. They're just taking away money, and whether it be $5 or $100, those $5 will add up by the end of the year. So get rid of those. It's like buying a coffee every day from Starbucks. Those $5 drinks can add up a lot in the end of the month, which adds up a lot in the end of the year. A lot of money that could gone into your debt or into that interest to get rid of that debt. So just um, be smart. Everybody will love you, even though you don't get them anything super fancy for Christmas and put yourself into debt, and you'll come out with less stress. They'll all love you all the same. So remember that when you're getting gifts and things like that. Just, it's about the whole thing. Have a nice turkey dinner and be together. It's what it's all about. Same in for my American viewers. Happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you guys have a good turkey day and enjoy that. Yeah. So, and again, if you're diversified as well, and you have Bitcoin, make sure it is in a cold wallet. Do not leave it on exchange, or these corrupt people like FTX will take all your money. They will, or just don't trust them. Like that's why the good parts about Bitcoin, it's your own bank, it's your own little safety net from the government. So myself, I don't really trust them, especially after I'm in Canada and we see, where they wanted to, take your wallets and stuff like that for just protesting. That's completely corrupt. And that's why you wouldn't just leave all your cash on your dresser or whatever and go, well, nobody will touch it. or just give it to your friend down the street. Here you go. I trust you that you're not going to start stealing from me. Don't trust anybody. Put in a cold wallet, and it's safe. You own your keys. Do not give those keys out to anyone at all. Make sure they're safely put away. You can buy even metal bull files. I can't pronounce that right now, but they're little metal things you can put them in. So if in case fire or anything else, you always have those keys in there, and those passwords, um, passphrases or whatever that will go in there, and that way no one can get those as well. And it just makes your bank, which that's what I call my Bitcoin. It's my bank, and I'm going to make sure my bank's as secure as Bank of America or Royal Bank of Canada or wherever you are in the world. You want to make sure it's locked in safe, because there's no getting it back if you lose it. And as we all know, we work super hard for our dollars. So be careful, guys. Anyway, I am going to leave that at that. And hope the session was good. Hope you guys had good markets, being good to you today. We're all in the green. So, I guess that's a positive thing. We're going into, I believe, tomorrow the markets close. So in the US. So because of Thanksgiving. So, looks like it's going to go into the end of the day here and be all in the green. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and we will talk to you later. Happy trading, and get out of debt, make a budget, and and then subscribe to the channel if you like this, and we'll work together and help you get out of debt and make some money in the markets and Bitcoin and everything, and diversify out your life, and you'll have a good little retirement when you get there, or go away with your wife or whatever you want to do. Anyway, have a great one, guys, and have fun.